All the way again, man. Nuggets of wisdom just coming at you again. Just want to drop some gems with you. A couple of weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago, I did the Beautiful Face of Evil, the Jezebel Spirit. I didn't want to actually, I wanted to continue it, but I really didn't, just a lot of stuff going on. But I came across this came across this TikTok thing that I needed to share with y'all. And because sometimes when you explain stuff, the picture doesn't, you may not really understand until you actually see it in real life. So I can give you points and say, well, don't do this, don't do that, but you actually have to see it in reality. You have to see what it actually looks like. So my topic today, right, is the analogy of the Jezebel Spirit. The analogy of the Jezebel Spirit. Let's talk about it. Welcome back. While please like, share, hit the notification bell for new content. And please hit me on all my socials, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And help a brother out, share, and drop me a comment. So, brothers, I have something I need to share with y'all today, and I need you to hear me and hear me good. This is your big brother. What I'm about to tell you, right, is I don't want any man, I'm not saying my life is the worst thing that's ever happened, to go through my relationship issues the way that I've been through. It's not fun. But while I this, let's just watch this for 1 second so you get the gist of what I'm trying to talk about. So my topic today again is the analogy of the Jezebel Spirit. Wait a second. Let's watch this. Coming up.
I've never fantasized about giving birth to any man's crotch fruit. I have a 28-year-old daughter who is a doctor. And I have a daughter because I got pregnant at 14, not because I wanted a baby. I never played house. Like, those things were never my goal. I don't lust over and fantasize about men like most women do. I'm not male-centered. I'm not looking for a provider. If my gentleman caller decides to take his talents elsewhere, the God and King and self-actualized man that he is, I'm do this thing by myself. Because most men will never.
You see what she just said right there? First thing she said, no man crap shoot. Basically, I don't want to have any babies, right? And the second thing she said, I have a 20-year daughter. I was pregnant at the age of 14. So let's keep on going.
Men will never measure up to me. Right? Most men are for most women. I am not most women. All I care about is reaching apotheosis, building my wealth, building my legacy. Right? I don't desire and fantasize and yearn to be inserted by a man, by random men. I don't believe in casual sex. I don't believe.
Listen to what she just said. She does not believe in casual sex. She doesn't believe in any other thing. She doesn't want to be inserted by a man. Let's keep on going.
Even dating men. I prefer men to stay away from me. Not because I have a man, it's because most of you are not fully formed men. So I'm not into charity work. I am simply here, which is a big feat, so it's not simply, to teach women their sovereignty. What they do in their sovereignty is their business. I will never arrive at a care.
I want you to listen to that very careful thing. She said all these things to say that my job here is to teach other women. And teach other women, I will get into details in a little bit, but I want you to hear this very properly. I'm not gonna stop it again. I'm gonna let it run to the end so we can break it down as we go.
I am not trying to break up or bring together the black family. I'm not trying to break up or bring together the black community. I'm not an activist. Right? That's not my lane, that's not my forte, that's not my finish. Right? My work is to teach women sovereignty. Sovereignty does not mean you don't want a man and you don't want to be with a man and you don't want to be married to a man and you don't want a man's children. That's just, sovereignty is just getting with self, becoming fully formed, fully built, self-actualized. That's all that is. Right? I don't belong to black people. I don't belong to black men. It's not our or we. This is me. I'm on a journey of self-fulfillment. I've never...
Okay, we're going to stop there. My brothers, man. She said a lot, but I want to just break it down for you guys. I'm going to split this into three prongs, right? The first thing I'm going to talk about is that we need to comprehend and understand what she just said. The second one I want to look at is our contradictory statements. And the last bit I want to talk about is the teachable moments. What do I mean by comprehend and understand? You see, the point with social media is that a lot of people are, they're very good at articulating what they're saying. They're very good at presenting things to us. If you look at the things she said, number one, she said, I don't want no man's crapshoot, meaning I don't want anybody's baby. In the second breath, she said she had a 28-year-old daughter, right? So that means, based on her statement, she got pregnant at the age of 14. Last thing said, okay, now she said, I don't want anyone's crapshoot, but also I have a king and God, a self-actualization man, who he is. Last thing she said again in that place, most men will never measure up. Brothers, I want you to understand that. You see, the great thing about this lady here, she's actually telling you what she's got, what she's all about, which is great. You know, to whom everybody everybody has their own whatever they want to do. That's awesome. But when you say that you're teaching other women, you gotta be very careful with this, because with social media, the way social media is today is that folks listen to this articulate lady. Yeah, she's okay, kind of attractive, right? So people will think, oh, how she's saying those words, it sounds very powerful, it sounds very articulate, and which doesn't make any sense. So we gotta be very, very careful how we comprehend things. You see that we all listen all the time, but we don't comprehend it, we don't understand what she is actually trying to say. People like this explain something like I have, this is my life, this is my path, but this is also what I'm doing, leads me to my next point. Contradictory statement. If you say you don't want no man's crapshoot, right? That means crapshoot means you don't have a baby. You already had a baby at 14. So that contradicts the statement. Number two, you don't like men, but you have a king, right? Who is self-actualization. Most men will never measure up to you, but you have a man that probably measure up to you. These are the contradictory words that you keep on hearing that people say all the time. And they say it very articulately in a very way whereby people think, yeah, say it, girl, you're the boss chick. You do what you need to do. This is why I say this is the analogy of what I call the Jezebel Spirit. And I don't want to just say it lightly, because Jezebel Spirit is gender neutral. A Jezebel Spirit can be a male or a female, but in this case we're talking to a male or female, talking to a female. And others, maybe, let me just make a quick thing here. I want to bring a big shout out to my godly sisters. Shout out to my 5% women. I give a big shout out to my Proverbs 31 women. Those women, if it does not apply, let it fly. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to these people that listen to these articulate people online that sound so great, but they really don't mean anything. So you have a man, so she said something also. She had to tell you her achievements in one sentence. I have a 14-year-old, right? I have a 28-year-old daughter. I got married got pregnant at 14, and you know what? She's a doctor. So I really done well for myself, right? So she's letting you know that. I want folks to listen. I want folks to enter. I want you to go in and listen carefully what people say. Not just what they sound like, not what they just look like, this is what gets me on social media. People get caught up with people's looks. And with that, they don't listen, they don't hear. You just go into them. That's what she's saying over there. I'm saying one thing, right? But I have this other thing. So what I've done before lines up, it makes it better. I got pregnant at the age of 14, my kid is 28. And I'm not just using her personally. This is how all these spirits actually operate. They sound the same. They sound great, but they're not great. So, my brothers, you gotta be very careful with this kind of people. You have to understand that this is dangerous. If this woman has followers, that means the possibility of you meeting this kind of people is very likely. Do you imagine her spirit, her negativity? Oh, it's not my shush. It's not who I am. I'm above everybody else, and everybody else you can go rot somewhere. This is the world we are living in today. This is what we're looking for today. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. And I tell you, brothers, at least she is actually, as I said before, she's actually saying what she's about. Most women won't. Most of the women that are around you that you're hooking up with because she looks attractive are going to be like this or close to, but they don't show you that side of them. They're not even going to be they're not going to be verbal about it. They're not going to tell anybody about what they're doing. But this is crazy, brother. I want to give you a teachable moment. Let's go to the book of Proverbs 7, 26 to verse 26 to 27. Many are victims she has brought down, has slain our mighty throng. Our house is a highway to the grave, leading down to the chambers of death. Brothers, beware. Let me tell you something. I will not wish my life, my divorces, on my worst enemy. It's crazy, y'all. It sets you back. It wastes your time. Then you become a man of vision, and everything about you just get cloudy. If I can do one thing, I don't want my brothers to go through one thing I've gone through concerning relationships. So I'm going to shout this on the rooftop. And I'm going to sound a little crazy. And I'm going to warn you, don't do it if it's crazy. How many are the victims she has brought down? This woman looks like I said, you know what? I don't care about men. They fall at my feet. They don't think. They're dumb. That's what she's saying to you. Y'all need to listen to this thing. Listen to it clearly. I want to give three takeaways, bro. Very quickly before I get out of your way. For you to avoid this woman, you have to go look at the scripture. Many are the victims that she has brought down. Her slain is a mighty throng. She's brought so many men down. It's no big deal. There are men who will never recover. I'm not saying her personally, but the spirit of Jezebel. So let me give you 3 takeaways. Don't get caught up with a style with no substance. You see what's going on social media, there's a lot of style. A lot of people dressing up, a lot of makeup. You see, I'm showing who I am. This is who I am. My hair not cut, rough, whatever. They're giving you all that substance stuff. It's a bunch of nonsense. Don't fall for that nonsense. Number 2, brothers, get into your God posture and space and ensure that you don't encounter this kind of women. These women are not for people who are not spiritually alert. Y'all need to wake up. I'm not saying any man. Don't think I cannot fall for this. Any man can fall for this nonsense. You may think, oh yeah, I won't. She won't get me. No, please, she will. I'm not saying her, but the spirit of Jezebel. Lastly, Align with your purpose and calling. Understand that. Do not play with this. Brothers, I can go on. This video can actually go for another half hour if I have to break it down the more. But I want to tell you, this is the analogy of the Jezebel Spirit. Olu again, nuggets of wisdom. I'm out.